Welcome to the Jan Podcast, Season 1, Episode 14, with Jan and Sally. Hello.
Hi. Hi.
You had gone on a little PTO time, yeah?
Yeah, I was not
Yeah,
feeling well.
yeah.
Me sicky.
I didn't get to go anywhere on PTO, but I kind of wish that I had, like where they don't have anything digital or phones or somewhere I could go and escape my crew. But yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I think that those kind of breaks are super important. I've
Mm-hmm.
gotten to where I'm like allotting an hour where like my phone is on airplane and on the other side of the house and I sit there and I read a book or I give full attention to my animals or I say, okay, all of those clothes are going to be folded with no
Right.
phone. I'm just going to do it. And it's really great. I'm tired of, I'm tired of the phone, man. It's just, it's reached its joy.
My TV will pause out. Are you there? And it just pauses, it's asking me to make sure that I'm still watching. And
Hmm.
it'll stay like that. If I don't answer it with hitting the button, it'll stay like that. And it'll do that. And I'll sit there for like an hour in silence. I'm just like,
Like considering, do I tell
just
it that I'm
thinking
still
about other
here
shit and
or,
just kind of somewhere else. You know what I mean? Just like not even
yeah.
noticing that it's off technically. And then by the time I notice it's off, I'm like, fuck, I don't care. I didn't care a few minutes ago. Why do I care now? Yeah, I'll pick up my phone and freaking play a game. There you go. Pull
Yeah,
myself out.
I used to tell my music player, whose name I can't say because she's very sensitive. You know, the minute I woke up, I was like, play whatever, and then I would just have music all day. And it's like now I just take my noise canceling headphones and put them on and walk around the house with nothing on them, just
In the
them
most
covering my
silence I
ears,
can
just
get.
enjoying the silence, which is a horrible, horrible idea. You should be listening to this podcast while you're
Well,
doing that.
no,
Just
you
saying.
wanna listen to the podcast with the noise canceling, so nothing
Hmm.
interrupts us, but yes, but those things are
Absolutely.
really. I have some Bose and they're noise canceling, and when it says noise canceling, when I hit it's noise canceling. I mean, I can hear my brain going, that
Yeah.
silent sound? Yeah, I'm like, "Gosh, that's quiet. I like it." But then my guys are like, "Meh," and I don't
Have
hear
you
them.
ever gone to an audiologist and had to do an ear test, like a hearing
I'm so
test,
we have to have a hearing test every year.
where you go into that room, that little
Mhm.
chamber, and they close the door
And
and they
they
do
put
the
the things
beep,
on you and
beep,
beep,
boop?
beep, beep. Yep,
Yeah,
every year.
we have to do that for my work too, for our physical. And first of all, I'm claustrophobic. So the minute the door
Yeah.
closes, I'm in panic mode and my heart starts beating and all I can hear is my heart beating and then I don't hear the little beeps going off anymore. Um, but that if I can take for that first, like, 3 seconds before I realize that I'm enclosed in this thing, it's so, like, you've heard of the silence is deafening,
Yeah.
you know? I mean, this it's actually like, holy smokes, it's, like, super you hear nothing in there. It's just it's actually kinda peaceful, but then the panic hits in, and then it's not
They
peaceful at
say there's
all.
a
I'm
frequency,
doing
like a silent frequency, I guess,
yeah, like an
but that people can't
8850
take it,
hertz or
that people
something weird
can't
like
be
that.
in that silent room by themselves for long periods of time. Like, we're talking minutes, we're not talking
Mhm.
hours. Like, within minutes, they're like, they can't do it. I'm like, "Fuck,
Yeah.
where is that? I might get a good night's sleep. Bring it."
There's a well, there's a room that's in one of the universities in New York, and it's supposed to have amazing acoustics and everything, but when you're just in there and you're being silent, it's like that. It's like you can feel the oppression of the silence, and it's
It's
kind of
like it
interesting.
weighs. It's got
Yeah,
weight to it. Yeah, that's
correct.
interesting.
It
That's
is,
interesting.
but we don't like silence. We're not used to it. I think as Americans for sure, like everything has to be noisy and
I love
louder and
it.
bigger
I
and
don't get you can't get it here though.
right.
Even in a city as small as the one we live in, you still can't get silence. There's like freaking Wednesday night was nothing but fireworks.
Ew.
And I'm like, son of a bitch, that's how this is gonna be.
Buy one, get 700 free.
Yeah. And they're all bottle rockets and illegal, M80s and yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I said before, it's time to get rid of that crap. I won't beat
Yeah.
that dead horse. But I did want to bring up something funny. There's this commercial, and I see it all the time. And there's a dude in the commercial, and I don't know what it is about him that just struck me. But I mean, it's not because he's a good looking dude or anything. It's just when he smiled, his teeth were so huge and white. It's just he does the Trivago commercial. So they got Trivago, and he's got the huge teeth,
Are
Jergens.
they supposed to be? What the hell?
Yeah, look how big those teeth are.
Is that a joke? Is it
No,
supposed to
those are his
be
real
huge like
teeth.
that?
Yeah,
It
they're
looks
huge.
absolutely ridiculous and fake.
They're
It
freaking
looks yeah,
huge. Yeah, and then the way he
comedic.
talks too is kind of
Comedic.
odd. Like he doesn't really close his mouth. He talks with these giant teeth. It's just kind of I don't know. He used to be a soccer coach, I guess. I don't know.
Does it trigger
Or
you to want to go on
football.
vacation? Isn't that what Trivago is?
Yeah, Trivago, you price check to see who has the cheapest hotel or whatever. It
So
actually is pretty
seeing
good
that
service. I've used it. It's actually pretty good. It
so
worked
seeing
good.
that guy, does it make you just think, "Oh, you know what? I want to go price check right now."
No, because I already knew
Oh,
Trivago was good, but it's funny because he's kind of goofy looking and I don't know the whole it just amuses me, I guess, to see him. And he's in
I want
another
to
one
know.
where they're making fun of the other guy that didn't check Trivago and him and his buddy, they sit down, they're like, "Oh man, this is great." But the guy's on, "Yeah, who thought it'd be this great for 250?" And they're like, "Ah ha ha." Ha," and they're like, "What's so funny? He didn't check Trivago." The big dude with the teeth. He didn't check
Is this a
Trivago.
commercial that's on like regular television?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't ever watch regular television.
You know what? The first time you do, you're gonna go, "Ah, Trivago teeth guy." Okay, Trivago
Uh,
teeth guy.
I mean, I can go look on YouTube.
Well, I mean, I thought I was just tripping, but I put in on, Google Trivago teeth, and I didn't even get
Mhm.
to the end before it had
It
17
just
different
popped
options of
up.
that guy. I'm like, "Everybody's on the teeth." I'm like, "Okay, it's not just me. It's not just me." That's funny. But
Hilarious.
yeah.
The weirdest things go
Trivago teeth
viral,
guy.
you know?
Oh, that's funny.
Trivago, dude. Trivago teeth. I wonder if anybody goes to the dentist and sits down. Hey, yeah, so I have this idea how I want my smile to look. I brought a picture. It's the Trivago guy.
It's
He's sitting
almost
there.
like in Something About Mary when he goes and gets the huge teeth. Because remember when have you ever seen that
No.
movie?
Yeah, when it came out, but
Yeah, there's Something About Mary. There's a scene there where, Matt Dillon is eavesdropping. He's smitten with her, right? So he's
right,
spying on her, okay? And
right.
he's
Now I
got
remember the
this
premise.
yeah, he's listening to her conversation with the guy that pretended like he was crippled, but he's a pizza
Yeah,
boy. Do
yeah,
you remember?
yeah.
Okay. Well, there he's playing with her in the office and he's eavesdropping thinking that they have a thing together. And he picks up these huge things and he has them sticking in his mouth in front of his teeth. And it looks like a giant walrus. He's like, "Do you like my new teeth?" And she's like, "Oh, yes, they're beautiful. I like them big. The bigger, the better." And they laughing, but he thinks that she's talking about his real teeth. So he goes out and gets caps, and the fucking teeth are huge.
That's
They're just
perfect.
huge.
I love that. That level of sarcasm.
That is such a great movie. There's a lot of great scenes in there too. "How'd you get the beans
Super
above the
quotable.
Frank?" "How'd you
Super
get your beans
quotable.
above the Frank?" When he zips up his balls.
Is that the one when her brother's looking for his baseball?
Yes. Beans and Franks. Beans and Franks. Oh my god,
Hey, she's
hilarious.
got your baseball, but
That is such a great movie.
yeah,
Very good movie.
super quotable.
Right? Um man, I'm getting so fat. I have
Oh,
menopause belly, but I'm gonna call it a beer belly because I really don't eat a lot and I drink a ton of root beer. So there you go, beer belly.
haha. I
Yeah,
see what you did there.
yeah. But unfortunately, you see what I did there? Time to lose some weight. Uh, I was gonna write a song about foxtails too. That'd be fun.
Foxtails?
Yeah, foxtails. Because Gal is like my foxtail queen when it comes to finding a random foxtail
Oh
and having
God, do
it
they just like adhere to
bury
her
itself in
fur?
her. Yeah, she's the queen of that. But Caboodle comes in every night and drops 2 or 3, and I'm like, "Where the fuck are you getting those?" Somebody's neighbor, one of my neighbors.
These are Jan's children, not her pets.
Yeah, no. Right, right. Yeah, so, but Yeah, there you go. Oh, you know what I did find when I was rummaging through my box of shit at mom's house?
No.
I found my box of boy toys, like my boy dolls. My boy dolls. My G.I.
Your
Joes, those
boy
type of things.
toys.
My boy toys.
That's funny.
Yes. You know,
Ah,
my old friend that I grew up with,
yeah.
he didn't have a whole lot, but I'll tell you what, his parents got him one thing that I was so jealous of because my parents wouldn't buy it. It was expensive and really I'd play with it for like 10 minutes and yeah, they knew me better than that. So it was the Evil Knievel on the motorcycle. Oh
Oh, the
God, I
one that
wanted that
like you put the
so bad.
the
You
string
and you
inside of
go
it and you yank it
zing
out
and
and then it
pew. Yeah.
flies
Oh
off. Yeah.
my God, I wanted
You didn't
that.
have that?
No, I was like,
Okay. He
fuck.
brought it to our house that you just
Yes,
said his
he'd bring
name
it
again.
over and we'd play. But yeah, that's probably literally the only thing that poor kid had that I wanted so badly. But yeah, but I was thinking, I wished I had the. I still wish I had my GI Joes. I had like 5 of them. I mean, you'd break them
They
because their
weren't in your
fingers would
box of boy
move.
toys?
Because their fingers would move, so it was easy to snap them. They're just put on by a little hinge. But that was what was cool about them too. You could make them grip things, and the other, I mean, Barbie couldn't grip. All right.
Oh, Barbie could grip.
Oh, but that was in secret. GI Joe had to do it in the public.
The only GI Joe that gripped was the one that was in the Navy. I'm just kidding.
Oh snap! I
Yeah.
did like the GI Joe though because they had the hair. You could feel their hair. That was cool. The little fuzzy head,
But
little
yeah,
GI
they had
Joe
the
buzz
little.
cut. Yeah, love that.
I remember that. And then, didn't he have a beard? Did he have a
Yeah, a
beard?
beard and a scar. Yep.
Yeah.
Um, I found the Miko dolls in the box of stuff that I had. They're all tore up. Well, it was Batman,
Oh,
Robin.
and the Hulk. You had the Hulk. I remember that
I
guy.
had the Penguin. I
I remember
had
that.
oh my gosh, I had the Joker. I had
The
all
Hulk.
those.
I remember you had
Superman.
Starsky and Hutch.
Yep, Starsky. I found Starsky. I couldn't find Hutch. Starsky was naked with the Joker's vest on his leg. So I have no idea what was going on there.
The Hutch is probably with my Barbie dolls.
Probably. Yeah, probably. God dang it. A
Kicking
better
the shit
looking
out of
Ken,
Ken.
right? Yeah. But yeah, those were pretty those were a big deal in my life. Man, I played so many hours with those. I didn't need nothing. Just give me those and I'd go outside in the treehouse or whatever. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed those.
I remember one of them you tied him around and you were like pulling him behind your bike one time.
Yeah.
You tied him on there somehow and then like you finished and you were like kind of like how'd he get scraped up? It was kind of like that kind
I'm
of
like,
thing.
what's
Like
wrong
you
with him?
what the hell? How
Couldn't
did
you
that
run?
happen? Yeah, it wasn't like, wait a minute. That's not what I intended.
It was probably like a soft punish and ended up being a terminal.
A
But
soft punish, your boy toys. This is really just borderline interesting. I mean, not
my
that
boys'
didn't sound right.
toys, boys' toys,
Your box of boy toys that you
boys' toys,
punish.
boys' toys. What?
That the box of boy toys that you punished.
No, I didn't punish the whole box, just one, as it should be. There's always one boy toy to punish.
Always one.
Well, I mean, there's a bad guy, you know. They got to get what's coming to them.
They're called
Justice,
bad
sister,
boys. They're
justice.
called they're called bad boys, not bad guys.
Bad guys.
Bad guys rob banks.
Well, it's the
Bad
penguin.
boys.
That's a bad guy. Penguin. Yeah, I hear you. No, bad boys punch hosts in the face.
Yeah.
Damn. Poor
There's
Will.
the volume. Okay.
You reap what you sow. Oh man. Oh, I already had a movie I was going to talk about. That's so funny. I was going to talk about. Have you ever seen Fast and Furious Hobbs and
Jesus
Shaw?
Christ. No.
Oh
I've
man.
never seen Fast and Furious. I haven't
Oh
seen any
well,
of the
I've seen
17
Fast
of
and
them.
Furious. I saw 1, 2, and maybe like 7 or 19. I can't remember. This one, it's a Fast and Furious, but it's Jason Latham and
The
The
Rock.
Rock, basically. So it's actually pretty good. It's actually pretty good. They play off
Okay.
each other pretty darn good.
Jason Latham's a stud.
He is, and the
Everything
girl
that
that
guy
plays his
touches.
sister, I really like her. She's in a movie that I know isn't gonna do well right now, the new Fantastic Four. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Vanessa Kirby.
Yes, I
Yeah,
adore
she was
her.
also Princess Anne in the Crown.
Was she? Oh shit. Okay.
Gorgeous. Yeah,
Yeah,
she's
I like her a
gorgeous.
lot. I think she's a pretty good actress. She's really stunts and stuff. She does some badass stunt work in here. She's a bad bitch in this movie, I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
But
Cool.
yeah, it's and on top of that, the bad guy, Idris Elba.
Oh,
Yes.
he's such a
Idris.
good actor.
I know,
He's
right? That
such a
guy's a
good
handsome
actor.
motherfucker. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah,
and he's the
he's
bad guy
okay
and
looking
he's
too.
like he's AI hyped up. Like he's got AI in his head. He sees things like computer and he's like high tech. He's like the
Yeah.
future. But you can see the problem with, having something like that.
Yeah.
But boy, the stunts are really cool. And it ends up going back to Samoa and he goes back to his people in Samoa and they help him in the end to fight the bad guy and the ending is great. The Samoans all help him, his brothers and the family and all that. It's pretty cool. I liked it. It was very good. There was nonstop action, let's put it that way.
So it gets a thumbs up.
It gets the thumbs up.
Thumbs
Good
up.
action movie. Good action movie and I am halfway through Speed Racer and I didn't
Jesus.
realize how completely pathetic it actually is, but I mean I do love it still, but
Wow.
man, Speed's just I don't know. He's obsessed with racing.
Yeah.
Nothing will stop him. And his brother is obsessed with stopping him from racing. And then ends up
His
helping him in
brother's
the end.
Racer X, right?
Yeah, yes, it
Yeah.
is.
But
His
does
older
he know
brother.
yet that Racer X is his brother?
Not yet, no. None of them
Man.
do. No one suspects
Do
it.
they ever find out?
I believe they do, yeah.
Well, I am on pins and needles waiting for you to
No
finish and
way.
find
You'll
out.
have to catch that episode.
Dang,
I'm
that's gonna
not
be
giving
great.
nothing.
And then Trixie, and what was the little monkey's name?
Bridle and Chim
Spritle.
Chim.
Spritle and Chim
Bridle
Chim.
and Chim Chim.
Chim Chim. Trixie.
Trixie, I know, right? I
Hilarious.
just like the kid's name is Spritle, for Christ's sakes.
Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? That's
I guess I'll
adorable.
stay on track with cartoons right now because I wanted to talk about Amazon Prime. Amazon Prime, TV, music, video. You can store
Nice.
your photos. Amazon Prime.
Nice. Very
On
nice.
Amazon Prime, they have their live TV has like certain channels will feature one show for an entire month. So if it's
Mhm.
like James Bond, they'll have all the Bond movies in 1 month, back to back to back to back to back, and then they'll feature something else. Right now, they're featuring the Pink Panther cartoons from when
The
we were
cartoons.
little. Okay,
Dum dum.
yes.
Dum
So they're
dum.
all
Dum
there's
dum.
like I think there's like 4 or 5 seasons. There's the first 2 seasons with him in the aardvark and the aardvark
I
chasing
remember
the ant.
watching that
Yeah, the
like
blue aardvark chasing the ant.
yeah.
And then
We were
later on it
tied to
was I
those.
think it was the Pink Panther show again, or I can't remember what it's called, but they had a stork. Okay. I can't remember his name. What the hell did I write it down? I think I
A
did.
stork?
Yeah, he's like a stork, and they got rid of the anteater, and instead of him, they brought in no, it was a crane. That's what it is. He's a crane. And he's chasing a dragonfly. I know you're looking it up. I can see your
I
eyeballs.
am. I can't help it.
He's chasing a dragonfly, and the dragonfly is actually a little dinky dragon with dragonfly wings. He's actually a dragonfly, and he can blow fire. And he talks like he's Chinese or something. Like he's broken English
That is
Chinese. He's like, "Why you
hilarious.
do that thing? Why do
It
you do that thing over there?"
it
Just like, "What
blows
the
fire.
fuck?"
That'd be great. I would love that. Just to be like a little something that like a fly. What's a perfect like combination. You're super fast. Nobody can get you, but you can just go up and just like psh, and just like blow fire on somebody.
Oh yeah, he burns that guy's nest many times in the in the
Oh,
cartoons. He's like, "I'm cleaning my nest. Let me out."
that's awesome.
Then to clean.
That's a good
Yeah,
point. You just
yeah.
burn everything to the ground.
It was funny too because when you get older and more time goes on, you realize how racist things were when we were younger and we didn't know. We didn't know any
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
This particular cartoon character, there's an episode where he wants this duck or there's a duckling or something and he's smitten with it, little tiny one, and I guess they all just kind of diss him and leave, right? So he goes and he gets a wind up one. Okay. And he puts a little collar on it and a little leash and he's walking around. He's got his little duck behind him, little thing spinning.
Yeah.
And so he takes his duck to see the other ducks, right? So he's standing there and the duck looks up at him, then looks down at them, looks up at him, takes the thing off and runs and joins the other ducks. He's like, "Mwah," a little tear down his eye. He's like, damn. So he kind of goes home all sad. And he gets home and he's sitting in his little window and he's all melancholy looking in the window. And you can see the seasons go by, right? The
Oh my
next
God.
season goes by, the next one, the next one. And it's like a year from that season. He's sitting there. Here's a knock on the door. Knock, 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 knock. He's like, what? He opens the door. It's the duck. He's got this dinky little suitcase. It says like India,
Yeah,
Japan,
with stickers all over it.
Iraq, whatever. And
Hilarious.
he's like, he's been on his little adventure and he's home. He's like, oh, come
Oh.
on in. And he goes to close the door and he's like, ah, and he stops and he opens the door and he has little ducklings. And they're all little wind-ups too.
Oh,
But each
cute.
one comes in its own little racist hat to show what nationality it is.
So he
It was
was.
pretty bad. I was like, oh, 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 oh. Each one that came in, I was like, oh God, oh, geez, how could it get? Oh, it got worse. Okay, all right, yeah, it was pretty bad. I was like,
Yeah,
damn.
those were pretty racist back in the
Yeah,
day.
I was like,
Not even
geez,
back in
we
the
didn't
day. I mean, I
notice.
think they still have subtle stuff going on even now. But yeah, we didn't notice because it was okay because nobody had pointed it out. It was
I
really
mean, we didn't know better.
bad.
We didn't as kids.
Not as kids, but
No, as
somebody knew
kids, we
better.
didn't know.
But
I didn't look at that and think anything of it. I just thought, oh, how cute. There's one from China. There's one from, wow. Now I'm like, oh shit. But back then, I didn't know. I mean, how old is that cartoon? It's freaking it's 1969 to 70. So yeah, that's a long fucking time ago. That's a whole other decade, the 70s.
yeah, definitely.
What the fuck?
I just
Okay, hang on. Before anything
sorry.
happened, Sally left the screen and it was gone, and now she's back. Just to let you know. Okay, what happened?
Nicely done. Oh, my dog had her collar and everything still on from our walk, and she just stands there and stares at me until I take it off. So
She's
then I
like
just took it
this.
off of her, and now she's like just rubbing her back like
She's like, oh,
vigorously,
thank
crazily.
God. She probably has like a sweaty back from it.
Yeah,
That's funny.
it's just so bad. Now she's just sitting
How
there
cute.
scratching it. It's just so cute.
She didn't check Trivago.
Oh, ew. Nasty.
Once you
I
see
gotta
that
go
guy, you're
watch
gonna
a
laugh.
stupid commercial.
Just put in Trivago teeth guy, he'll pop right up.
I will.
Oh, that's funny. I was just reading my notes here. I have there was like 3 shows last week that I watched, and I was looking at the people on the show, and I was like, damn, that poor old lady. And then there was another one. I'm like, damn, that poor old man. Only to find out they're like 4 years older than me. I
Yeah.
was like, oh, what?
Isn't that
I'm like,
crazy?
there's no way that woman is 4 years older than me. She's got to be like at least 14 years older than me.
Mm-hmm.
Some
Yeah, it's
people
like when
just
you
live
see
hard.
old people and you're just like, oh my God, they're so old. And then you're like, oh, we went to high school together.
Oh, I did enjoy your candle. That was pretty funny.
You're welcome.
I was like, wow, you mother.
I mean, it didn't say no matter how old you get, I'll always be younger.
No, it
but
didn't. It didn't. And I think yours is going to be here tomorrow, so I think you'll
Be
enjoy
there
yours
or here?
here.
Oh, for
I
God's
can't
sake.
send it there. It has to come. I have to sign for it.
What? Does it have like solid gold or diamonds inside of it? And then as they melt down, you can take
Yeah.
them out? I knew it. That's exactly what I wanted. I knew it.
And if I know my luck, it'll be, I don't know, $2,000 worth of something. If I know my luck, because I'm giving it to somebody. Every
Right.
time I give somebody something, it always turns out great. Here's a lottery ticket. I've been holding on to it for 3 days.
$50,000. Yeah.
Motherfucker. That's
Thanks,
it is what
Jan.
it is.
Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Do you have anything you want to add?
Oh, toys. We can talk about some toys if you want.
Yeah, keep talking about toys. I like toys.
I loved Spirograph.
Oh, man. Yes.
Remember Spirograph?
Absolutely.
I have a Spirograph.
I don't blame you.
Like, I just bought one. Not just. Like, I've had it for a while, but they're so dope. Oh my gosh.
They are cool. I've always loved those things.
Yeah, I remember we had a wood table, and I remember Mom really loved that wood table, and I remember
Did you?
I fucking took my Spirograph and laid it on the table and did designs on the table.
Oh,
and
Lord.
not only transferred onto the paper, but they transferred onto the wood, and there's no way to get that out. I didn't know at the time. Yeah, I was really so like I'd always be like, I'll set the table, or I'd like anytime I'd walk in, I'd put something down right there. I did that for a few months before she found
Oh
out.
man, that sucks.
Sucks so
How
bad.
unfortunate.
I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I was just so destructive looking back. When I like retell the stories of the dumb shit I did as a child, I'm like, oh, how did I make it past?
How did
There's a
I
lot
make
of
it
places
past?
mom could have buried a body in our backyard. Now
That's
she
funny.
didn't. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that one and then Light Bright. I loved Light Bright.
Oh fuck yeah, Light Bright was amazing.
Light Bright. Light Bright, making things with light. Out of sight, making things with Light Bright. Yeah, I
What
did love
other
Light
toys
Bright.
were
And I remember like mom, she's an OG for this. She bought container and it has little drawers in it, like little tiny drawers, and mostly for like screws and bolts and nails and
Oh,
stuff
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah,
that.
like the little
But
plastic ones,
she
yeah.
bought one of those for me and bought me like extra the little
Lights,
light
yeah, I remember
pegs that
that.
you put in,
Yeah, the
and
colored you had them
I
colored,
got went in
yeah,
there and I put my yeah, that was pretty great. I
yeah.
had like way
She
too
was
many
good about
Light Bright
shit like that.
things.
She was also
Oh
good
yeah,
with, like we had buckets of Legos, buckets of
yeah,
them. I mean, we
yeah.
put a sheet down on the floor, and there was just, like, 5-gallon bucket of Legos.
And then I remember we got some bricks blocks when those first
The
came
bigger
out.
ones?
They were the 8 ones. They had 8 on
Mhm.
them, and those did not match up with Lego.
No.
And I remember really quickly, like, we segregated them. We pulled them all out of the Lego
And
boxes,
stopped
and we were
using
just
them.
like, "No,
She probably
this
just threw
doesn't
them out.
work. This doesn't work."
It's
Because
funny.
they didn't match up, and it was just we had way more Legos than we did of those, so
Yeah.
like half of the time that you're going to sit there and play with the Legos was just like going through all the Legos and picking out those and putting them in another section, because you're just like, well, I'm going to get all excited because I'm going to know I have this left over, and then I'm going to get there and it's going to be that motherfucker. It's not going to fit with the other stuff, so I just got to get rid of it right now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I always wanted, I'm sure you remember our babysitter lived a few houses down.
The one who never played mom's records as soon as they left.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
I think she loved mom's taste. Well, and mom had good records, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, she, in her room, she had a set of knee knockers.
Oh, I love those. Yeah.
Oh my god, I'd play with those things and I would just destroy my knuckles, but it did not stop me from racking those bad boys. So I'd go over there, and that was my sole purpose for going to that house. Where are the knee
Mm-hmm.
knockers? Crackers, or I don't know what other people call them, clackers, and some people call them different things,
Yeah,
but
something like that. I remember I had a pair. They were blue, and then it had
weren't they
like
blue glitter?
maybe, I don't know. I know they're blue, and then the handle looked like one of those wooden spoons that you use to eat the ice cream out of the little tub. Remember the little swirled ice
Yeah,
creams that were absolute
just
shit, but
flat,
you
yeah.
had to eat and if you tried to eat them with a regular spoon, they didn't taste that they were worse. Like, you had to have that wood spoon to eat them with. But the handle of the clacker thingy was shaped like that, and you would hold that, and then they were both tied to and you bop, 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 bop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, and you smack the shit out of your knuckles. The good old
It's
days,
funny,
man.
mom got me some toys for, my birthday. Like, she got me a Magic 8
Oh,
Ball.
nice. Well, right on.
Yeah, so I'm like, "Oh, Magic 8 Ball, I haven't had one of those
Magic
in a
8
while."
Ball.
What else? She got me Simon.
Oh.
Yeah, so we might
Beep,
have to have
boop,
some fun
boop,
with that.
boop, boop.
Yeah, it's a little tiny one. It's like maybe, it's
Yeah.
not very big. Um, yeah.
It's like,
Well, I
not
know
very
the other
big.
one was pretty good size. This is like half that size. Yeah, it's not very big.
Yeah.
And
That
then,
wasn't very big.
she got me these pens that look like they're not Rock'em Sock'em robots, but they look like little robots that punch each other. I was like,
What?
"Yay, toys."
Oh my god.
Yes.
Oh, I found something when I was on vacation, and it was something that I know every time we went somewhere, I bought one of them, and it was the pen where like half of the pen was like where the
Liquid,
ink part was, and then the other half was clear
like
and
a
it had
liquid.
liquid in it,
Yep.
but it would have like a boat or something like that, and then you
Mhm.
would tilt the
Tilt it
pen
and
one
it would
way and it
sail
would
down.
sail up, yeah, and
Yeah,
then like you tip it the
yes.
other
Do
way
they
and then it
still
would go
have
the other
those?
way.
I think it's
I
oil.
found I found them at Disneyland.
No shit.
Yes, and I got 3 of them, and when I give
Awesome.
you your shirt, there's gonna be one in there. So,
Nice.
I know,
Nice.
you're welcome.
God, I do
But
remember
yeah, those
those.
were so dope. I remember getting them, like, everywhere that I would go, I would get one of those, and I
Oh
remember
yeah. Fuck
because,
yeah. Yeah, those
do you
are
remember
cool.
when Great America first opened, it was sponsored by Marriott. It was Marriott's Great America,
Yes, it
the one in
was.
Santa Clara, and, I remember I got one there, and then they had those really humongous pencils
Yeah.
that were like a foot and a half long
Yep.
and like super huge and just useless and stupid, horrible erasers. But I always wanted one of those.
That's not
And
the
then
point.
I'd get to school and I'd pull it out like I was a big fucking deal. Oh yeah, we were at Great America this
You
weekend. I
just
got
jot
this
that down.
pencil. Yeah, I got this pencil. You
My
rest it on your
elephant
shoulder
leg.
as you're
Yeah,
writing.
the
Yeah.
elephant leg pencil. Yeah.
Yep. Oh,
Ah,
so
the good old
cool.
days. I remember
Those were fun.
the water toys, like the little hoops and the little
Oh yeah, you push the button and the
yeah,
pressure
you'd
of the
flip
water
that and the
would
water
flip.
pressure
Yeah.
would go up and push the little hoops to try to put them on the little rings.
Those were great. I would love to have one of those again,
I know, right? I thought mom
but
still had that red one with the rings.
she shouldn't. She shouldn't still have that stuff. It's
I'm not
crazy.
giving up on that tape.
Well, whatever. If it's ever found, it'll be momentous. I will say that.
Momentous.
Momentous. Yep. Yeah, I have another one. This is more like my era.
Okay.
Oh yeah, because that 4 years was huge.
No, it actually can be in cartoon world. It actually is.
Oh no, I was just talking about toys.
Toys. Oh, well, even in toy world,
Toy world.
because toys are kind of from cartoon.
Toy boat. Um, Cabbage Patch dolls.
Oh yeah, that's definitely your.
And the
Yeah.
hysteria that followed.
Oh my
That
god.
was pre Beanie Babies, pre whatever those ugly things are nowadays that people are spending hundreds of dollars on. With like it's like fluffy and then it has like the plastic scary face. Have you seen those? That's the new trend. That's the
No.
new. Oh yeah,
Oh
I don't.
my god.
I'll look it up
Sounds
and let you.
hideous.
They are, and they're hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and people are like knocking people down to get them and stuff like that. But anyways, the original one, well, it wasn't original, but Cabbage Patch Dolls and the hysteria was incredible. So the
That was
Cabbage
pretty
Patch Dolls,
crazy.
for those of you who don't know, Cabbage Patch Dolls were a doll that you could adopt, and it came with a birth certificate and a name and a background and all that kind of thing. And they had clothes that you could change them into, and it was just a stupid fucking baby doll, but it had like it had a great marketing team, is what it had.
It
And
did because truthfully, those dolls weren't even that cute,
they were
really.
adorable. Let's stop there. You're wrong. But yeah, they were because I had like 3
I mean,
of
they're
them, but
no
whatever.
Chucky, but yeah.
Oh Jesus, Chucky. Was that a real doll or was that just for the movie?
No, they made dolls after the movie.
Okay.
Yeah. Because some
Could you
guy took a
imagine that
picture
though?
of one of the doll's box and it was empty, and he's like, "Oh crap!" I was like, "That's
Could you
great."
imagine that with
Yeah,
that though?
you go up there and he's
Like,
gone. It's like, "Oh shit."
no, I mean like if you took like a Cabbage Patch and then made a movie like a Chucky with the Cabbage Patch, like all the kids that
Oh
already
my
had the Cabbage
goodness,
Patches would just lose their shits. That'd be
they
kind of
really.
funny. That'd be terrible. No, that wouldn't
That's
be funny.
funny. That's a good movie idea. I'm sure they'll be doing it tomorrow.
Right after the Cabbage Patch, they did the spoof, which was the Garbage Pail
Garbage Pail
Kids. Gee,
Kids.
I know
Good
you remember the Garbage
God.
Pail
Oh
Kids.
yes. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't even have any examples of the Garbage Pail Kids, but
Are those
that
stickers gone from
was,
my closet?
oh Jesus, I
I
don't know,
had my
dude.
closet on the left side had probably 20 of those stickers, Garbage Pail Kid stickers, because they came in bubble gum,
Yeah.
and we'd walk down to the store there, the little liquor store or the little grocery store in the corner. We'd walk down there and buy the gum, and then walk back, and we went for the
The
garbage pail.
Garbage
Yeah,
Pail. Yeah.
they were so
But they
disgusting
were
too.
so disgusting
Didn't they
and
have one with your name?
hilarious. I'm sure. Yeah. They probably pulled like a, oh, uh-oh. And now I have to look if they did. Garbage Pail. eBay has to hell of Garbage Pail Kid stuff though.
I'll
Just for those
bet.
of you who
I'll
are
bet.
interested.
I actually thought those were more interesting because they were so gross. That's funny.
Of course you did. Snotty Sally.
I knew it. I knew it was
Snotty
snot. I knew it.
Sally. It's just a
Yeah, it's
drawing. It's
pretty
just a
green.
drawing.
If I remember
And she's
correctly,
got a
it's pretty
rolling
green.
pin. she's got a rolling pin and like she's rolling out like dough and like there's snot coming out of her nose onto the dough
God.
and she's just rolling it on there.
Oh, that's hideous.
Oh god, which is like this clever shit. I think that's clever though. So gross.
They had there's one, Alice Island. It's like the Statue of Liberty holding a bag of garbage that's breaking at the bottom.
Well,
That's pretty apropos to right now. Oh man, what was I gonna say?
Janet Planet.
Janet
That's not very
Planet.
original.
Yeah, the Garbage Pail Kids. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't remember seeing dolls or anything. I just remember like the stickers and
they
maybe a
have to have
cartoon.
had some
Maybe
other stuff.
did they get
I
a
don't know.
cartoon? Perhaps I can't.
God, I hope not.
Well,
Ugh.
it's the visual, right? That's the whole point.
Yeah, they were just yeah, nah.
Horrifying visuals.
But that's all I got.
Okay, well, all right. Well, that's all I got too. Might be time for us to wrap it up.
Wrap it.
All right. Well, it's been fun.
It's been real.
Don't forget to what?
Don't forget to adopt a pet.
Spay and neuter.
Spay and neuter.
Spay and neuter. All right.
That's what I meant. I meant spay and neuter.
Yeah.
Spay and neuter.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I meant.
Spray and neutral. Yeah.
Spray and neutral. Gotcha.
Yay.
All right.
Love you.
All right. Talk to you later. Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.